Let's talk about something that we've started leveraging more that I don't think a lot of people understand is your vCISO services. And let's start with what are they and what can you do with them? What do people use them for?
So vCISO, Virtual Chief Information Security Officer, average cost of a CISO, like a legitimate CISO, is easily, when you look total compensation, sign-on bonuses, retention bonuses, equity, benefits, everything else, you're looking at easily $500,000 to $1 million plus, depending on the size of the organization they're going to be running. So the Virtual CISO gives you an equally capable, and calibered consultant and a timeshare of it. So it's a fractional share of that CISO personnel, and we're able to line up the appropriate resource based off of the business type that you're in, the outcomes that you're looking for. But really, it's more there for strategy development. Can be used for execution, but we can typically layer on other services like security architects to fulfill some of the tactical execution that the CISO defines. But really, strategy, risk, how you should be communicating to your customers or your peer businesses. What are the policies that should be in place for business of your type? Are we managing the appropriate level of risk? Are we fulfilling cyber insurance requirements appropriately? Those are all kind of the strategy and direction, and starting to look at not just where we are right now, but also where's this business going in the next 3 to 5 years, and how do we plan for that and make sure that the not just IT but security is empowering the business to get to those outcomes.
And I mean, this isn't something that's exclusively requires you to not have a CISO in place, but you could use and leverage AT&T's vCISO if you already have a security team in place, right?
You can. It gets delicate, like if there's a CISO already in place, because then the CISO hiring a vCISO, it starts to look, the optics of that just don't look very good. You can sometimes also have like a really good security person that's just overworked and doesn't have the bandwidth to scale out, but has the aspirations of becoming the CISO someday. So we're sometimes flexible based off the customer needs and the perception that they're trying to build of calling it a virtual CISO versus maybe a strategy trusted advisor. That way we're giving the outcome that the customer's looking for while not stepping on any toes.
One of my favorite vCISO stories is a customer, they were going through a SOC process. They were doing SOC 2 compliance. And part of it, they had to document all their controls and procedures and policies for the business. And their team, of course, was running around with their hair on fire trying to get everything else done for their SOC compliance. And they used vCISO service to author and create all this, just basically just pure documentation play. We need to produce a couple hundred pages of policy, documentation, best practices, adherence, what we're currently doing. And that's how they use the vCISO. The conversation was literally, I don't have the time or energy or want to have anything to do with this. And so for a nominal amount of money, we'll just not deal with it. They were very happy. This is another one of those things. The business needed an outcome. They needed SOC 2 compliance. They didn't need somebody working for them, slaving over producing this material. They just needed the material done. And it was a very easy trade for them to make of just saying, hey, let's just pay for somebody to do it and get it very quickly. And they had the result they wanted in a very short amount of time, and were very happy with the outcome.